Haven't been over here for a while, but I got to make this video because this is an important issue that keeps coming up, mostly in the private sessions and also in the comments. Is there's a lot of people out there, especially the Western society, where their nervous system's super ungrounded. Their nervous systems are just lit up, you know. And I got to tell you, one of the biggest medicines is the food we eat. It's a super intimate process, has super strong effect on the body. I mean, we're eating, our body's made out of elements, the food is elements, and so when we eat the elements, it has a synergistic effect with our whole system. But we're talking about the nervous system here, because this is what causes people so much pain and stress and pressure. It has nothing to do with spirituality. It has to do with your biology. It has to do with your sensitivity of your nervous system and how grounded you are. And so the foods can really help with that. Foods can be poison or medicine, man. Literally. And the same food, this is where it gets complex, and this is why nobody will ever totally agree on diets, because it's all subjective. But the same food that's poisonous for me could be medicine for you today. Tomorrow, vice versa. We don't know. This is why the highest, and I share about this in the True Health book in one of the chapters, I don't remember the name of the chapter, but when it comes right down to it, you have to ascertain these things for your own self. It can help by, of course, collecting some information, getting some knowledge. That like gives the intuition a vehicle to work through so that then it can ascertain what's what. It's like I know nothing about rocket science. Intuition can't work in me, and I can't intuit things about rocket science. The vehicle hasn't been built. I haven't went to college or school to like learn about that. So how can I have any intuition about it? So there's a time and place for sure for collecting data and information, but ultimately you have to ascertain these things for your own self. But I wanted to give a synopsis or a little protocol anyway for what people can eat when they have a nervous system disorder or mental health, emotional health disorders, or just a super lit up nervous system. And I'm making a post, it's probably out right now by the time you see this video, where I list what I just give a basic protocol for what I do when I'm in this stage of, you can say, rebuilding or grounding. See, there's two aspects to health. There's detox, then there's rebuilding or grounding. You can't just do one. If you just keep doing detox forever, you'll go mad. And there's so many raw food people and fasting experts that ran into that. They just tore their nervous system up in the name of cleanse, 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 you see? Because the mind, it likes one or the other. And the same thing with the carnivore diets and paleo. It's like fat, fat, protein, protein, you know. Yeah, that's gonna burn you out too. I've done both, and I burned out on both. That's why I know that balance is the key here. You have to work it. You have to just see, yeah, detox is important. It's important to clean the system, because having a bunch of residue and toxins in your system, that can also aggravate the nervous system. But the nervous system can also be aggravated if it's imbalanced and it's taking in too much electricity and it's not grounded. That's what detox does. That's what fruits do, and too much fasting. And man, you have to come into a balance. It's like when I was writing books, and when I went through this initial learning curve with the YouTube and having all these different channels and trying to figure out, okay, what channels can I focus on? I can't do them all forever, like it's too much. So what channels am I gonna focus on? But did I make enough videos on these channels? And I was super busy, man, and I was learning this stuff, which I hate technology. It's not my thing. So it short-circuited my CPU more than like the average person who grew up with this kind of technology. But when I was writing the books and stuff and doing all what I was doing, I had a super high octane diet, full on, because I wanted that life force. I wanted that, sharp, It'll be real sharp. But you could only do that so long. I like started getting burnt out. My nerves couldn't handle it. So then I switched over to a more grounding diet for the nervous system. It's like medicine. Both are medicine depending on what your body's calling for in that particular moment. So in this video, we're talking about a more grounding approach in diet. And then I can refer people now to the video and to the post. See, people that I work with, and I can say, look, just look at this video and read this post. This is why I originally wanted to make videos to begin with. When I started this YouTube channel, I was doing private sessions before I even started YouTube, and it just got too redundant. And then I realized, wait, I can make videos, then maybe they can watch them, and then either they don't have to reach out to me, or we'll be on a higher level, because now they'll have the foundation, they'll have the background information. So that's what we're doing here. We're making a video about how to get grounded, and I made the post should be up about. I have a few recipes, like what I eat for dinner, and also snacks during the day. That's grounding. Okay, but we're gonna go over it also here in the video. So first thing, when we're talking about health, you see, people get stuck in concepts. They look only at like nutritional level. Oh wait, I just have to make sure. I wrote some bullet points down and I lost my place. Usually we hit them all anyway, but this helps make sure that we don't miss important things. People get, and I did too, I got lost in the concept of like nutritional value. Is this nutritious? Is this healthy? See, even if something's healthy and nutritional on paper, or if something's good in its essence, like fasting, doesn't mean it's good for you right now. This is really important to understand. The body and the nervous system doesn't care about concepts, what's healthy and what it doesn't care about. It cares about, is this quieting me? Is this grounding me? Or is this like revving me up and I'm already revved up? This is why we got to be careful when it comes to too much fasting and fruits, and our nervous system's already wired. Like it's already like, we don't want more octane booster. Yeah, but it's like super energetic. Yeah, but I don't need any more energy, man. I need to calm down. You see, you have to have discernment and wisdom when it comes to these things. So when we're talking about a super sensitive nervous system, I learned this because I suffered it. Excessive sweets, for example, it can excessive sugar. Period. Fruits, too much fruits. I'm not saying don't eat fruits at all. You can eat mono-meal fruits, but like if you make it like I used to, I did for years, make a big smoothie, and I just put everything in it. Mango, when I was in Thailand, mango and papaya and banana, and then I'd put avocado and then nuts and seeds and coconut water and coconut meat, and I was just adding stuff to it all the time. I mean, it's huge. That was cool. It was cool for its time. I was super amped up, but then it started going the other way. It's too much electricity. I needed to ground. So all that hype, all that high octane, if you got a sensitive nervous system, man, you might want to chill on that. And the same with the juices. I used to make juices. I would juice all the time, vegetable juices and fruit juices, and yeah, it's good on paper, it's healthy. But is it good for you? Does it make your nervous system quiet? You can have energy. I'm not talking about not having energy, but I'm saying, like, are you spasming? Are you getting like ill symptoms because of it? Particularly if you already have any kind of mental health issues, bipolar, schizophrenia, or tics, or OCD, or anxiety. Like, is that helping that? Just answer for yourself and see. Don't worry about what health gurus say. They're not you. Like, who cares what they say? There was a saying, I don't know where it came from. It said, "Physician, heal thyself." You're your highest doctor. You're the highest scientist. You know your body better than anybody. This is 100% true. You don't need to go to doctors to get them to tell you like what's wrong with you. Not once you become acquainted with your inner terrain. You diagnose yourself. You know what's wrong with you. So careful when you're eating too much sugar, you're drinking too much liquids, too much high octane fuel that just digests really quick. It's like boom. It's not so good. And too much fasting. I wouldn't do any fasting, man. If you're in the stage and season of you wanting to ground and rebuild, man, forget about fasting. Fast later if that season is alive. Now you just want to ground. And healthy fats, simple ingredients. Like we don't want complex meals. That also causes the nervous system doesn't know how to deal without, you get these things that have all these ingredients in it, and the nervous system, the body has to break down everything, and that's a lot of work. That can also spasm the nervous system. So what do I eat? What do I eat that? Just lastly, so fat, healthy fat though, stabilizes your blood sugar. It lowers your stress. It doesn't spike your insulin. I wanted to put those things in there for the intellectualists. They want to know, like, yeah, but why exactly is it good? My mom used to ask me, I'd make a tea for her. She says, yeah, but exactly why is it good? I said, I don't know, just drink it and see. I'm not much for details. I like, does it work or not work? That's more important than giving some scientific explanation. But it is true, I can feel when I'm eating healthy fat, I don't get that spike. And I've noticed some of my best friends were fat, always. They were just kind of chill, man. Just kind of like, they didn't have much stress. All that fat's like buffering the stress. I asked my girlfriend once. She was a little heavy. I said, do you think that little extra heaviness helps buffer stress? Yeah, you gotta be careful. Certain questions, provokes people. But I just had an intuitive feeling that was the case. I was honestly asking because I was like thinking, damn, I might need to put on some extra weight. That might help with the nervous system imbalance that was driving me a bit mad at the time. I'm like, maybe I should look more like you. That was why I was asking it. So what do I eat? I'm putting all this in the post too, so you have it, you can see it, Okay, so I like smaller meals. I don't like a big meal because that's like a more of a burden on the digestive system. So I like to eat smaller. So let's just start. I wake up in the morning. I always drink my tonics. I'm a big proponent of being hydrated. I drink less now than before. I used to drink eight tonics a day. Man, I was amped. That was cool though. At the time, it was cool. I was just getting all this electricity. My nervous system was down for so many years. I needed that electricity. But then I started short-circuiting. It's too much electricity. But so I drink one. I drink my tonic, and then I'll make some oats, protein oats. I don't put a bunch of fruit in it, and honey and maple syrup. Forget about sweet. We're not here to it's the problem with my mom. She wants things to taste good, and I'm like, this does taste clean. I don't know how good it tastes, but who cares? I'm not eating for taste. I'm eating for balance, grounding. So I'll have some oats. I'll throw some berries in it or something, and that's it. And then I can feel the nerves. The nerves are like, they like it. It's like bathing in that fat, in that more denser chemistry. And oats are good. So I'll do that, and then I'll have maybe a handful of grapes or something afterwards, whenever, if I feel a little, before I go out, hour later, handful of grapes, a handful of cherries, something. And then I'll drink another tonic after that. And then I might have some cheese, some organic cheese with as least ingredients as possible in it, on some crackers that have the least ingredients as possible in it. Kind of that continues the more dense chemistry and fat, continues it through the day. Because if the fat takes longer to digest, that's not such a bad thing. There's two things. Does something take longer to digest because that's just the nature of the chemistry, or is it taking longer to digest because the body doesn't recognize it? It's just some Burger King meal or something, and so it's like trying to figure out, how do I digest that? That's not good. You want a fuel that burns slow, and that's what healthy fat does. And so then I can also have an avocado with some salt. I'll put some salt on it, or maybe put that on a cracker. Pistachios. I'm giving you options now. I don't do all that during the day. I don't need it. It's too much. Pistachios are good. Let's see. Okay, so but just lastly about the fruits. Fruits are still good. Like, again, don't be so extreme, but mono meal handful of something, like small mono meal fruits. You still want some electricity. It's just you've changed over now. Whereas before, when you're in the detox diet, it's like predominantly high octane in fruits and fasting, and then a little bit of fat. Now we've switched over. It's more fat, but still a decent, amount of fruit in higher electricity. You size that up for yourself, you see. Okay, so for dinner, and I've wrote this in the post. Also, digestion. I noticed this correlation years ago. When my stomach's messed up, my central nervous system, the brain gets messed up. There's a direct correlation with your stomach and your central nervous system. Do you know? It's not up for debate. It just is. When the food, I've eaten some food that's just too processed or not organic, the stomach is having trouble. And then the nervous system gets involved. It also has trouble. Like the two, they have a symbiotic relationship with each other. This is why it's important to eat clean food, less ingredients. Don't eat such complex chemistry. And when it comes to bread, because you heard me, toast, number one's better than just plain bread. When you toast it, it can digest better. Something to do probably with the glucose or something. It's not so doughy, like you've toasted it. It's my opinion. But I like sourdough bread. I get it in the frozen section at the health food store. We're getting into small details now, but it's not such a big deal. But when it comes to dinner, see, number one, I'm not a chef. I don't really enjoy being in the kitchen. I don't like cooking. It's just not my thing. I like to get it done. Well, fortunately, I have some good, I call it the peasant diet. This is what the villagers eat, like back in the day, and still the ones that live like in the Himalayas or something. Just simple. They don't have modern technology and electricity. They get a pot and they put the stuff in the pot, they cook it all day, and then they eat it. Home cooked. I like home cooked. So I got a slow cooker, and I make these one pot recipes. Simple food, man. Again, like, we're not gonna win an award if you bring your dish to the chef contest. You probably come in last, but you might come in first with health. I don't care if the restaurant's $100 or $200, their food sucks for me compared to a simple, probably cost $1. These examples I'm gonna give you in a second. I was telling my friend, we were laughing about that. I'm like, I don't want to, if I had a free pass to go to these expensive restaurants, I wouldn't go. I don't want to eat their food. So I have a slow cooker, and I make these one pot recipes. Well, what did I make this morning? It's cooking right now. It takes like 7-8 hours. Slow cook. I like to slow cook. It's nice. It tastes good. It tastes like I'm eating medicine. That's how it feels when I eat it. Today I made brown lentils. So I put a cup of brown lentils in the pot. I put 5 cups of water. I put some onion, no, yeah, no. I put some garlic paste and ginger paste in there because I don't feel like cutting up the garlic and ginger. The knives are too dull. And if I buy the sharp ones, I always cut my finger. So I'll just put the paste in. So I put that in there. That's it, man. Yeah, that's it. I just put that in there. That's it. And another dish is I like these cannelli white beans. I'll put the beans in the pot. Again, 5 or 6 cups of water. Then I can put vegetables, but I like root vegetables. Why? Because they're grounding. Carrots and potatoes and parsnips and, grounding peas. I want earth element. When I'm in the grounding phase, earth element. Healthy fat and earth element. So I'll put the beans in there, and then like I said, I'll put these root vegetables in there. Put some onion powder and some salt and garlic paste sometimes. Let that sit, man. Just let that sit 7-8 hours. The recipes are they're in the post that I put, and I that's how I eat when I'm in the grounding phase. Actually, I eat like that. These dinners that I mentioned, I eat like that also when I'm, depends how hardcore of a detox I was on. There's different levels. There's dry fasting. You don't eat nothing, don't even brush your teeth. You don't want water touching your body. All right, that's ultimate. I'm not really a proponent of that. And then there's water fasting, and then there's, you can say, liquidarian. You're just fasting on juices, and then there's fruitarian, and then there's raw vegan, and you have all these levels. But when I was in a more sober state, balanced of raw vegan, I would still eat sometimes these dinner dishes that I'm telling you about, because they're just clean and good, and they're satisfying, and they're calming for the nervous system, and they don't take a lot of digestive energy from you. You don't lose life force. It's just great, man. Villagers know what they're doing. This modern society is killing people. Yeah, but the lifespan's longer. Yeah, right. How they're forcing these bodies to stay alive. Pills and operations, and we're gonna stimulate that body. We just keep it alive no matter what. No thanks, man. If I got diagnosed with a terminal illness, probably any time from now until whenever, I think I'd just let it play out. I'm not gonna be running to try to fix things, and because anytime you get into some artificial way of fixing something, there's other repercussions that come later that they don't trace back to their fixing work. So I'm good because I've lived my life and satisfied all the things I've wanted to do. That's why I'm good. That's a whole nother subject though. All right, so to tie up, oh yeah, simple slogan right here. If it quiets you, eat it. If it activates you, don't. Your nervous system does not care. It does not care if something looks nutritional on paper. It doesn't care. It cares, do I feel safe right now? Do I feel like calm? That's all it cares about. So listen to that. If you have any kind of nervous system disorder or mental health, issue, or just extreme sensitivity, use food to help ground you. Use it as a medicine. It's the highest medicine, much higher than any pill, any synthetic pill. There's just no comparison. And these foods are super strong. If you find the right, you'll see, if you just eat the right foods for what the body wants, you'll see the effect. You'll be like, damn, foods are that powerful? And also, though, you have to have healthy lifestyle habits that complement that. You can't go out and just, do stressful, crazy things that's going to amplify your nervous system, and then think, well, if I eat this, healthy diet, then that will just buffer all that. No, it's like everything has to make sense and be synergized. So I wrote a whole book on that, True Health. It's on my website. I wrote a book about conserving your sexual energy. I think most of you already know that. And now I wanted to make this video that I can refer people to who would benefit from this. And go see my post. It should be up if you want the specifics. Talk to you soon.